Hi, my loves. Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I am Star. So, y'all, this message came in the weirdest way ever, okay? So, I holler, Alexa, play Mariah Carey's station, okay? And it started playing two songs. One song was We Belong Together by Mariah Carey, and the other song was TLC Scrubs. And I was like, hold on. These both songs are giving two completely different messages, right? And so God spoke to me and said that this is like two mindsets, okay? So there is one mindset where I feel like this is the masculine. The man's mindset is we belong together. I don't want to live without you. I don't want to be without you. While the woman's mindset is you need to get it together, okay? And let's see what God say. Because, okay, the scripture comes from Ecclesiastes 31 and 10, okay? The virtuous woman. When one finds a worthy wife, her value is far beyond pearls. Her husband, entrusting his heart to her, has an unfailing prize. She brings him good and not evil all the days of her life. She obtains wool and flax and makes cloth with skillful hands. Like merchant ships, she secures her provisions from afar. She rises while it is still night and distributes food to her household. She picks out a field to purchase. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. She is girt about with strength and sturdy are her arms. She enjoys the success of her dealings. At night, her lamp is undimmed. She puts her hands to the distaff, and her fingers ply the spindle. She reaches out her hands to the poor and extends her arms to the needy. She fears not the snow for her household. All her charges are doubly clothed. She makes her own coverlets. Fine linen and purple are her clothing. Her husband is prominent at the city gates as he sits with the elders of the land. She makes garments and sells them, and stocks the merchants with belts. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She laughs at the days to come. She opens her mouth in wisdom, and her tongue is kindly counsel. She watches the conduct of her household and eats not her food in idleness. Her children rise up and praise her. Her husband too extols her. Many are the women of proven worth, but you have excelled them all. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting. The woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Give her a reward of her labors, and let her works praise her at the city gates. God said, God said, God said, God said, God said. Now, this man, the male, the husband in this scenario, the male counterpart in this scenario is looking at his kingdom spouse saying, wow, okay, she is exactly what I want. She is everything that I asked for. And he is pursuing her. God said that while he is pursuing her, and that's wonderful. He loves her, and that's great. He wants to be with her, and that's this is all swell. But he needs to be the counterpart. They need to be equally yoked. Okay, she should be able to look at him and say, "Wow." And if he feels like she is not able to look at him and say, "Wow," he needs to fix that. Okay, this is no longer, I just feel like God is saying these are the big leagues now. Okay, there's a time when a man can say, well, I don't have a wife, so I don't need to have a job. I don't have any children, so I don't need to worry about benefits. I don't have. God says, now that you have it, what are you going to do? Now that you have it, what are you going to do? Are you going to allow the ideal wife slip from your hands? Or are you going to man up and do what God is asking you to? This is not a situation where like this man is feeling like he should be able to say, but look, I'm so glamorous. Or look, I have this thing going on, swinging between y'all. Like, I have a third leg, so you should be looking towards me, and you should accept that's enough. That should be enough for you. No, it is not. It is not enough that you have something dangling between whatever you got. Oh my goodness, like it's perfume in here about to give me a headache. But anyways, like God is like, no, it is not. That is not the case. That is not the case. It is not the case that just because he feels like I just feel like this man has put himself on a pedestal that he needs to hop off of. And it's not to say that he can't think highly of himself. And it's not to say that he is unattractive. It's not to say that he is not a catch. But it is to say that it is not fair, okay, for the wife to bring everything that the man ever desired and dreamed of to the table, and the man to say, well, I only got 1/4 of what you asked, but that should be enough for you. Especially if the things that the wife is asking for are not that hard. If it's not that hard, then what's the point? What's the deal? What's going on? What's going on? What is going on? What is going on? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking around because I'm trying to figure out where is the smell coming from. It's about to give me a pure headache. But anyways, anyways, God said that, I had to come in here because they're mowing the grass, okay? And, I ate. I took a break. I decided to take a lunch break and listen to music. Then God gave me this message, okay? But anywho, it's just like, I just feel like God is saying that, I can't do it. But I'm just saying that God is saying in this case, it's like this husband, this male counterpart, this male kingdom person, the person in the kingdom that God said, get it together, figure it out and get it together and get it together and figure it out and figure it out and get it together and get it together and figure it out. Like just how I'm starting to get a headache. Like I'm really sensitive, y'all. So if something is too strong for me, it will give me a headache. That it's just like I just feel like that's this relationship, okay? This relationship that it's meant to be it's meant to be beautiful, and it's meant to grow into something, blossom into something beautiful. But if it's only one person putting forth the effort, then it becomes a headache. It becomes a headache. It becomes stressful. It becomes annoying. It becomes frustrating. How is it worth it to be with somebody that's driving you crazy? It's like the wife is doing all of this and the husband is just coming like, well, I'm here. Okay, I came. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. My presence. Like, boy, bye. I just feel like that's what the wife is like. You are giving me just the presence. Yeah, your presence. Your presence is now causing me a headache. Your presence is now starting to drive me crazy. Your presence is now getting on my nerves. Okay. God said if this man insists on not giving to you, if this man insists on removing, and all he's doing is taking, he is not ready yet. Put him back in the oven. But until he realizes that, oh, I do have a wife that I should get a job for. Oh, benefits might be helpful, especially if I plan on having children one day. Oh, maybe I should save up. Maybe I should get a job now. Save up, buy a house, buy a car. That way I'll be ready when my wife comes to me. But no, this man is thinking all backwards. God says, put them back in the oven and let them try again. That's the message. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.